Hello friends, today's topic of discussion is the DB scan algorithm. DB scan algorithm. This algorithm basically is the one type of clustering analysis, that is the density based clustering analysis type, right? So DB scan algorithm, the DB scan stands for the density based. DB scan stands for density based spatial clustering of application. Density based spatial clustering of applications with noise, right? So as the name indicates, two terms comes in picture. One is density based and another is noise. So to start with this DB scan algorithm, let us understand major two inputs. Let us understand the major two inputs. The first is the term called as EPS or epsilon, right? So in short we can say epsilon is the radius of circle. Radius of circle. And second term we will discuss, that is minimum points. Minimum points. Now to understand this epsilon and minimum points, let us say I have a data point A, right? And my epsilon is a radius, so consider any epsilon value. Now what we will do is we will generate, this is my epsilon value. So what I have is a data point and a epsilon value. So what we will do is we will draw a circle by using or considering epsilon value as a radius of circle. So now what we will do is now after drawing the radius, what we have seen is that there are two more data points comes up in the within the vicinity of the radius of the circle, right? So now what we have is we have three data points into this circle, and let us say we have minimum point is equal to 3. Minimum point value is equal to 3, right? So we need to identify that the data point which is by which the data point and the epsilon value by which we have drawn the circle. Now after drawing the circle, what we can see is that we have three data points comes up into this circle, and initially the minimum points is equal to 3. So as the circle contains three data points including the initial one, so we can say that the data point A is a core point. Data point A is a core point, right? So how do I identify the condition to identify the data point as a core point as is that there should be minimum 3 data points into the vicinity of the circle generated by using the epsilon value. Once again I repeat that the condition to call the data point as a core point is that there should be at least 3 data points within the vicinity of the circle, by the circle which is drawn by using the epsilon value. So to understand this, we will take one example. Let us say we have 4 data points. One is the 4 data points. One is, let's say, S. Second data point we have is R. Third data point we have is P, and fourth data point we have is Q. How many data points we have? 1, 2, 3 and 4. So now if we start with data point R, the minimum points we have is value 3. So what we will do is by using this data point R and taking the epsilon value as 3, epsilon is equal to 3, what we will do is we will draw a circle by using the epsilon value is equal to 3. So after drawing the circle, what we have found is that there are 3 data points comes up in the vicinity of the circle, which is being generated by using a center data point R and epsilon value is equal to 3, right? So my condition is that how do I call this R as a whether the R is a core point or not. So condition to identify the R as a core point is that there should be at least 3 data points within the, including the R itself, there should be 3 data points should be available into the vicinity of the circle, right? So as we have 3 data points within the vicinity, that is S, R and the P, S, R and the P. So what we can say that S, R and P. So what we can say that the data point R is a core point. Data point R is a core point. Similarly, once again what we will do, we will take P point as a reference point, and by using the epsilon value, once again we will we will draw a circle by taking the epsilon value once again is equal to 3. So what we did is we have drawn a circle by taking P as a reference data point and epsilon as a 3. So here also what we have identified is that the once again 3 data points are within the vicinity of the circle which is being drawn by using the center P and epsilon is equal to 3, right? So my condition is that minimum point should be within the vicinity of the circle. So here also I can say that P is a core point. P is a core point, right? So now if I talk of the S, right? So what we will do now, by using the epsilon value and taking the S as the center, we will draw a circle like this. So in this case what we have found is, because to identify the data point as a core point, the minimum data point should be within the vicinity of the circle should be 3. Within the vicinity of the circle should be 3, right? But in this case we have only 2 data points within the vicinity of the circle, right? In this case we have only 2 data points within the vicinity of the circle, right? And so I cannot call this S as a data point, because to call the S as a core point, the initial condition is that there should be 3 data points within the vicinity of the circle, and as we don't have 3 data points within the vicinity of the circle, then we look after whether S can be called as a boundary point or not. So how do I call this as a S as a boundary point? So for that the condition is that that at least one data point, as we have only 2 data points within the vicinity, but the data point which comes in the vicinity should be a core point. So as we can see over here is that R is a core point, right? R is a core point, and I cannot call it as a core point because the minimum point should be 3 within the vicinity of the circle. So can I call this S as a boundary point then? Yes. How? Because the condition is that as S is not a core point, because we don't have 3 data points within the vicinity of the circle, but the data point which is present within the vicinity is the core point, right? So this condition will give me an opportunity to call S as a boundary point. S as a boundary point. So this is how we have come across these two terms, that is core point and boundary point. Similarly, if we take this P as a center, and if I draw the circle, right? If I draw the circle by taking P as a center and epsilon is equal to 3. So what we have found is that the points which comes into within this vicinity is P and R. So likewise we will start identify the core points and identify the boundary points and club the core points and boundary points together to form the clusters. But there is a situation where some data points neither been called as the core point or boundary point. So these kind of points are called as noise points. These points are called as noise points, and these are basically the outliers. These are basically the outliers which is mainly used to find the fraudulent from occurred into the transactions, and we can identify the data points as the noise pointer outliers. So this is how the DB scan helps us to find out the outliers by clubbing the data points together, identifying each data point as a core point and boundary point, and clubbing those points together. But there are certain points which neither been called as core points, comes under core point and boundary point. Those points we can treat it as the noise point. So this is how we can identify the outliers present into the databases, right? So as the name indicates, it is a density based. So you can identify the data points which are densely present into the data set, can be clubbed together, and there might be certain data points which are far away from, so we can identify those data points as the outlier. So these can be clubbed together, and the data points which are sparsely present or scattered, they are not present within the dense area, so that can be called as the outliers or noise presents into the databases. This is all about the DB scan algorithm. Thank you so much.